names in a hat here to tell you that yes, this video is a re-upload, unfortunately. The original Mortal Kombat kill count got copyright claimed and was going to be blocked from YouTube entirely because I dared to include a few seconds of the Mortal Kombat song in it. You know, the one that goes, Mortal Kombat! Because of that, I had to edit this kill count and take out all instances of that fantastic song that I had nothing but praise for. Since my script, at times, relied on the viewer having just heard the song in the video, I have replaced all instances of it with me playing it on the saxophone. So, hope you're ready for more of this. Sorry to clog your feeds like this, but I do hope you watch this re-upload since I was denied all of the ad revenue from the 2.5 million views the original upload got. Man, does that suck. Alright, enjoy the video. Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James H. Anise, and today we're looking at Mortal Kombat! Now, right off the friggin' bat, let's all acknowledge that this isn't a horror movie, okay? It's not even horror adjacent. But there is no way that anyone could claim that the Mortal Kombat game series is not horror adjacent. Midway's 1992 Mortal Kombat, created by Ed Boon and John Tobias, is a landmark video game, arguably as important as Doom. And y'all know that I'm a Doom head. Mortal Kombat was so splat-tastically violent and over the top that it literally caused the creation of the ESRB. Friggin' Lieberman said that if the game industry didn't police itself, the government would have to. And thus M for Mature was born. Mortal Kombat and its increasingly violent sequels were a common gateway into the world of ultra-violence for many a millennial like myself, leading us onto a path that would eventually wind up at Freddy and Jason. And I mean that literally. The latest Mortal Kombat games have featured Freddy, Jason, Predator, a Xenomorph, and look at this, and a face! Obviously, this is a property that embraces the horror genre, so I welcome it with open arms to the Dead Meat family. Besides, what are some of my to-the-numbers bits, if not the kill count's own fatalities? I'm also hoping the franchise continues to inch closer to horror with the appropriately violent new film adaptation hitting theaters and HBO Max on April 23rd. Until then, though, we've got the 1995 version, which was PG-13, making it about as violent as a Power Rangers episode. The original Mortal Kombat movie came about when producer Lawrence Kasanoff saw the game's multimedia potential. It incorporates and builds upon the story of the first two games, because, in case you didn't know, the MK games are way more than just excessive violence. Throughout their nearly 3 decades of consistent releases, the games have developed a complicated storyline featuring a huge cast of characters, most of whom are pretty unique and memorable. It's one of the reasons I love Mortal Kombat so much. The 1995 film is an integral part of the franchise, informing the way these characters would be depicted in later games, while also paying respect to the games that already existed, copying moves in ways that look just like the game's sprites perform them, and screaming catchphrases that had already become infamous. Get over here! Get over here! For mega fans of the game, like yours truly, there are a lot of little things to appreciate here. Mortal Kombat 95 was directed by a then little-known British filmmaker named Paul W.S. Anderson, who was already a fan of the game when he was hired for the film. He'd later find success with another video game movie, Resident Evil, and we've seen his work on the kill count previously with Alien vs. Predator. Anderson's style perfectly suits the source material, because the thing about Mortal Kombat is that it never takes itself too seriously. The over-the-top gore is meant to be funny in a way, so the fact that this movie is silly, stupid, and loud makes it feel like a faithful rendition. Don't get me wrong, it's not all good. The near-complete absence of blood is anathema to the franchise, and I cannot fucking stand Christopher Lambert as Lord Raiden. Plus, if you're not already familiar with the property, this movie does a piss-poor job explaining what's going on. It